Some women ask me this question, and it's a really sincere one. How can I show up better for my husband or for my boyfriend? And before I go any further, let me say this clearly. This assumes you're in a safe, reciprocal relationship. If you're in something unhealthy or one sided, this video is not an invitation to keep overgiving or erasing what your needs are. But for those of you who genuinely want to love the man in your life well, I want to offer a few insights, things that many men experience as deeply connecting, stabilizing, and really life giving. Not because men are simple, but because sometimes what lands for us is surprisingly clear. One is your touch matters more than you may realize. Many women can run verbal circles around their guy when it comes to talking about the relationship, and that's a huge strength that you have. But it doesn't mean he doesn't want to feel connected to you just because he can't verbalize quite like you can. For most men, touch is extremely powerful. And there's actually a biological reason for that. Touch increases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It builds trust, it creates emotional safety, it strengthens attachment. We see this with romantic partners. We also see it with parents and infants, even brief supportive touch between strangers. In relationships, affectionate touch is linked to higher relationship satisfaction, better emotional attunement, and faster repair after conflict. Sometimes touch creates a sense of safety and responsiveness faster than words could ever do. And many men will tell you this: your touch feels electric. It's when your love and desire for me becomes a felt reality. It says, you're thinking about me. It says, you want me like I want you. That touch might be soothing, it might be playful, it might be flirting, and yes, it can connect to sexual desire. But even when it comes to sex, the most intoxicating question for men is that same one for many that women carry. Do you really want me? Are you drawn to me? Not just, I'm doing this because I know you like sex, but I want this with you because I desire you. I'm drawn to you. Number two is your affirmation and encouragement. Those carry enormous weight. For men, our souls flourish in affirmation. When your guy knows that you, the most important person in his life, genuinely enjoy something about him, something stabilizing happens inside of him. And the word affirm actually does what it sounds like. It firms him up, it strengthens him. If you've ever traveled in Europe and seen these old cathedrals, you may have noticed those angled stone arches on the outside of some of those church buildings. They're called flying buttresses, and they bear the load so that the structure can rise higher. They allow for soaring ceilings and beautiful stained glass windows. The result is a building that feels light, open, and expansive. That's what your affirmation does for your husband. When you encourage him, when you affirm him, his life feels lighter, more stable. You can affirm his character, his efforts, his choices, his role as a husband or as a father. And here's how you earn bonus points: praise him in public. Say the things you appreciate about him in front of others. He will start associating you with being built up. And you might notice he suddenly wants to take you out more often. Number three, let him fix things, when you can. Men love to fix problems. You already know this because how many times have you brought something to your guy just wanting empathy or understanding or a listening ear, and he immediately wants to jump into finding solutions for you? That wasn't what you wanted, but it was how he loves. So look for opportunities to let him love you the way he naturally does. That might sound like, hey, babe, I ran into a problem at work. Can I get your thoughts on this? It also means sometimes stepping back and letting him figure out things on his own, even when you can immediately see a better way. And that's probably a lot of the time. People like to do things for themselves. It says to him, you respect me. It says, you trust my judgment. Now, I know this can be hard. Maybe his shortcut costs you 5 extra minutes. Now, is that 5 minutes a good investment in showing trust? That's something that's up for you to decide. Maybe his fix doesn't work and you end up calling a professional. 5 years from now, that probably won't move the needle financially, but your repeated patience might add up in ways that really matter to him. Number four, do things shoulder to shoulder. Many women love face to face conversation, and most men do too, to a point. But sometimes that much intensity can, for a guy, feel overwhelming. Men often bond shoulder to shoulder, doing life together, sharing presence, not just words. Think back to when you were dating. Maybe you went on long drives together, walked around Target with no agenda, just pointing out things. You watched shows, maybe you played games, you cooked together, maybe you went for hikes. So you might say, I was thinking about how we used to, whatever it is you used to do. And I'd really love to do that with you again. That communicates friendship. And friendship is huge. Number five, ask about what lights him up. Just like women, men love to talk about the things they care about. Ask your guy about what excites him, what he's passionate about, what he enjoys doing. For me, I love getting up in front of people and encouraging them. If you ask me, what do you love about speaking? My eyes would light up because when what matters to me matters to you, it tells me I matter to you. Keep a mental note of the things he's enjoyed over the years. That's another great one. For instance, I used to work for the Walt Disney Company, and if someone were to ask me, can you tell me a story from that season of my life? I would just feel so honored. You don't need to become an expert in that area for your guy. Just be curious. And finally, none of these are a checklist. They're simply ways that you can use the influence you already have. Now, you can't control what your partner does or doesn't do, but you can choose how you show up. And when you show up in ways that feel safe, encouraging, and attuned, especially in ways that speak to your man, your relationship has room to breathe. If this was helpful, feel free to leave a comment. And if there's more you'd like me to talk about, let me know. I'd love to hear about you. Thanks for being here. And until next time, I'm rooting for you.